Welcome back to Eyewitness News. Charlie O'Hara in the studio this morning, giving out free legal advice. If you'd like to get a question answered, give us a call, 436-1212. You know, you like to hear the word free.
Yeah, free. Everybody wants to hear that.
You got a few minutes, though, for free. Good to see you, and happy 4th,
well,
Charlie.
Thank you.
Glad to have you in the studio today on this holiday. Very nice of you to come in.
It'll be a little hot today, I think.
It will be, but we like it that way, out by the pool.
That's right.
Okay, we do have a few callers on the line. Good morning. What's your question for Charlie today?
Yes, I'd like to know. Friday night, an officer stopped a DUI victim who hit the telephone pole out in front of my house, and the telephone pole fell into my house, and she is an uninsured driver. Do I have a right to sue the Wichita Police Department or not?
Well, I mean, I guess the saying goes you can always sue anyone, but you have to have a good lawsuit to sue them. I don't know that the city's in any way responsible for that. The driver of the car needs to be sued, and there may be some insurance for uninsured drivers that you can do something about. I would do that, and you may have some kind of lawsuit that you can talk about the people that had the telephone pole. I don't know whose telephone pole that was, who's responsible for that, but I think you could talk to them about that. But ultimately, it would be the driver of the vehicle that caused everything to happen, and someone driving a car that's drunk and they hit a telephone pole and cause it to hit your house, they're responsible for that. So I think you're probably really your best lawsuits against that person.
Yeah, I think the fear is if folks don't have insurance then, but you said sometimes there's other options.
Yes, I think if it's really a lot of damage, you probably ought to go to an attorney and at least discuss it. And if there's nothing to sue for and no one to get any money, the attorney will tell you that.
Okay. And speaking of liability, you know, we've been talking about it all morning long with fireworks. There was a fire last night because the fireworks were left unattended and they were not doused properly with water. So what happens if, you know, you're setting off fireworks, maybe you're not doing it the correct way, the law-abiding way, and something happens, whether it's a fire or someone gets hurt? Are you liable? I
would say you're liable. And I think anytime you do anything like fireworks, you're going to have to do them in a reasonable manner, in a cautious manner. You can't be shooting fireworks in someone's home and then claim, well, I didn't know it was going to burn your house down or something like that. Or if it's a real dry area, go to another area. Use your head. I mean, if something happens because of something you've done and you didn't do it right, well, you can easily be sued.
And something else, I know I heard yesterday that this is one of the dangerous times, of course, to be on the road because there's a lot of DUIs out there. So in Kansas, what are some of the different laws when it comes to first-time offenses? Obviously, you shouldn't drink and drive, but if something were to happen this weekend, get arrested, what can you tell us about those laws?
Well, I mean, they're very strict, and they get worse every time you have one. If you have a first time, it's a little more lenient, but it's still strict. It has mandatory jail time. Now, sometimes there's ways to get around that the first time, but the second time you have to go to jail, and the third time it's a felony. And you could go to, you know, be incarcerated for quite a while. It goes on your record forever. So you shouldn't drink and drive. If you're going to drink, get somebody else to drive, or stay where you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Stay in the backyard this evening, right?
That would be good.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. Stay safe, everyone, this 4th of July. And once again, good to see you.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment with more Eyewitness News here on the KSCW.
Expect more from KSCW. This is Eyewitness News this morning in high definition. Online at kwch.com.